Hello, you are listening to the OmniTalk Fast 5, brought to you in partnership with the A&M Consumer and Retail Group, Firework, SPS Commerce, and Sezzle. Ranked in the top 10% of all podcasts globally, the OmniTalk Fast 5 is the podcast that we hope makes you feel a little smarter, but most importantly, a little happier each week, too. Today is April 6th, 2023. I'm your host, Ann Mazinga.
And I'm Chris Walden.
And we are here once again to discuss all the headlines making waves in the world of omnichannel retailing. Chris.
And you're back.
I made it back in
from
time
vacation.
to discuss all the retail news headlines.
Yes, it's 8 a.m. Thursday morning. You got on off a plane last night. You're here.
I'm here.
You're still a little under the weather after last week's podcast, which you soldiered through.
That was tough. I mean, fellow shop talkers. I mean, no, I feel like people were like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, like sending out emails and follow-ups and stuff. And I was like, holy Hannah, did no one else get hit by this?
Yeah, no. I mean, it hit me a little bit, but you got the full brunt of it. I felt bad for you, but you soldiered on. I was very proud of you. You made it through.
We still went on. It
was one heck
break.
Of an episode too. Yeah, you went on spring break with the fam the next day.
That was tough.
To SF.
That was tough.
What was the most memorable moment? Real quick, SF.
Oh man, most probably we hiked the Point Reyes National Seashore, which we did before my son was born, the youngest, and now he was there hiking with us.
So it was like a circle of life moment.
Kind of
like
a circle
a Lion
of life
King
moment.
kind of thing going?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had a really good time. I feel for, the people, we were talking about this before the show, but I feel for you living in San Francisco. Yeah. Like, everything's just a little bit more difficult.
It's a challenge. The hills.
The hills
are alive in San Francisco.
The hills are alive, but just like getting to and fro and having kids and like, I mean, there's some really, it's so beautiful though. Like we found ourselves contemplating several times, like, could we move here and could we do it? And I think the answer is like, we are not strong enough to do that.
No, even if you take the costs aside, there's a lot of inconveniences about living in San Francisco, which I think is the point you're hitting on, right?
It's
going
so
to the grocery
cool.
store, going to the doctor. It's tough, but it's a beautiful place. It is.
Yeah.
It's a really cool city. It's one of my favorite cities for sure.
And you held down the fort.
I did. My kid got sick this week. I've been, doing double duty. But hey, it's all good. We're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. Ready to do a great show.
For sure. There's so much fun news that was happening while we were there. Also some sad news that happened in San Francisco last week.
Unfortunately,
that was
there was
kind of
definitely some bad news in San Francisco this week too, but we won't cover that. We'll get to the things that make you feel happy and smarter, right, Ann?
I think that makes much more sense.
All right.
Much more sense.
Well, let's get this show started. In today's Fast Five, we've got news on American Eagle deploying a new inventory tracking system from Radar, Ikea launching its AsIs program that allows customers to shop for used items, Kohl's new digital marketplace, Walmart getting itself into what I would call, a pickle.
Oh, God.
But we begin today with even bigger news out of Walmart. Ann, please.
All right, Chris, according to Chain Store Age, Walmart has revamped its website and mobile app to look more like social media. The new launch features a product-focused homepage and new social-inspired scroll, that's a direct quote, with rich imagery and live video. The new shopping experience also, according to Chain Store Age, highlights products that are most relevant to a customer at a specific moment, such as holiday gifts or items for watching a sporting event, giving Walmart suppliers and third-party marketplace sellers new time-sensitive and contextual opportunities for showcasing relevant products and storytelling.
That sentence was made to sound bigger than it is.
It definitely was. Chris, we're going to start off with a bang.
Oh, all right. I like starting off with a bang. It's one of my favorite things to do in life, actually.
Yeah, I was feeling very like Christopher Walken with that, like...
Oh, Christopher Walken.
Yeah, just like very excited and like the tone was there. But this is A&M.
Could have fooled me.
I know. Could have fooled you. My version of excited lately is probably I'm coming off of sickness and spring break. So like...
We're just glad you're here, Ed.
Yes,
We're just glad you're
here. That's
here.
right.
All right, start off with a bang.
I'm putting you on the spot, though, right away. This is A&M's put you on the spot question. Chris, we at A&M CRG love any attempt to make digital commerce interfaces more like how users actually like to scroll and more naturally engage with content online. What do you think of this particular experience from Walmart, Chris?
Oh, wow. We're going right at it from the beginning. Like, what's my take on the new website redesign? All right, well... I think a couple points I'd make on this first. So number one, I want to say this because I think it's important. Anytime anyone does a site redesign,
oh God,
it is a ton of work. So kudos to
Good on
everyone
ya.
involved in that effort, because it is a yeoman's effort. It's the hardest thing you can possibly try to do. So anyone at Walmart that was a part of this, salute you.
Yes.
I mean, it never gets easy. So, but the better question, right, which is the point of A&M, is does it make sense? And my take is that I think it does.
Yep.
So much of the interaction on these sites is search-based anyway, so you're still going to have that.
Yep.
And what you have here now is the template of now what I would call a highly personalizable site, which starts to look a lot like Amazon, which is my last point I'll make in a second. But, my site now can look very different than yours and vice versa. It's made for that to happen. But the other thing I like is it's going to improve conversion for those inspirational shoppers that are still browsing and using it for that, for inspiration. And by that, I mean, it's the idea of shoppable video. We've talked a lot about the differences between shoppable video and live streaming, but this plays into that very well to use that type of content to drive conversion. And the redesign aligns to that thesis of traffic is going to be coming to the websites of the brands and the retailers, capture it, convert it, make it happen. So net, I like it. Now, back to the point about, but there's a lot of naysayers on social media. They're like, it just looks like Amazon. Too right it does, Ann. Damn right it does.
Yeah.
Because there's one important point of differentiation for Walmart against Amazon in this redesign. Walmart can show front of the funnel differentiation in terms of how customers can get their goods, particularly by way of buy online, pick up in store, curbside pickup, that Amazon can't. So you've got a similar experience, but Walmart's is in essence better, in my opinion, potentially in the long run because of those front of funnel points of differentiation. That's my point.
That's your point. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think here, I will agree with you that I think the best part of this that Walmart is doing is that they're allowing for the not live, but shoppable video to take front and center stage on their website. I think the important things for me were, one, the search experience is still very front and center and clear. So if you're doing what you call the seek and destroy, like I just need new diapers, like I don't have to go through scrolling pictures of people talking about, how to apply this foundation to get to my diapers. Like you could
Which is still the majority of how commerce happens.
Exactly.
Right.
But I think this is, for me, another step where Walmart is trying to targetify its website. Like I was on the team at Target that did this 10 years ago. We took the Target.com shopping experience, we made it flex and form to who the consumer was at that time, what device they were on. Like we didn't even have a format on Target.com that was going back and forth to allow for a better experience on mobile versus desktop adaptive site. And so I think that, for Walmart, this maybe will be something that isn't as front and center and noticed by the consumer as I think what people were expecting, and that's where some of the naysaying is coming from. But I think that this is a step in the right direction for Walmart. They are the thing that still drives me crazy though. They still make you pick on the app how you're going to fulfill right away at like you were talking about front of funnel, which I just don't love. Like, let me browse. If I'm stopped as a consumer.
You want it on the PDP. You don't want it up front. Yeah, right. They still got to get that to happen.
So I think that's for me that's still the first hurdle. Like, you lost me if I came from an ad on TikTok and I'm coming to Walmart and you're like, how do you want this fulfilled right away? And it's like, I don't know yet.
Right. That's right. That's a great point.
It's too early in the funnel.
Yeah, exactly. It's from the PDP is what I was trying to describe to you. Now, I got to think they A/B tested the hell out of this too. At least I hope they did. So they probably know they're onto something. That's a great thing about digital commerce. If you do it right, you can know you're going to be pretty successful with it when you roll it out.
Right.
So net, I think we agree, Ann. We got a lot of crap for agreeing too much. So
I know.
Got to find some points of differentiation here. All right, headline number 2. I have a feeling we're going to agree on this one too. American Eagle has deployed a new AI tracking system in its stores. According to Chain Store Age, again. Gosh, way to go, Dan Berthium, the best headline breaker in the business.
Dan's been all over it this week.
He is really good at breaking the headlines. American Eagle is planning to launch Radar's inventory tracking technology. The launch is planned in approximately 500 stores across the U.S. over the next year. And the system uses a combination of, quote, a combination of RFID and computer vision to track and locate in-store inventory at a SKU level in near real time with 99% accuracy.
Unreal.
Enabling retail store employees to know what product is in store and where, end quote, said Michael Rempel, Executive VP and COO at American Eagle Outfitters Incorporated. Quote, our initial test with Radar provided visibility into inventory availability and placement with impressive accuracy. Based on those results, we are excited to begin implementing RFID technology to unlock operational and inventory efficiencies while arming our associates to best serve the needs of customers, end quote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Lots of quotes in that one, Ann. And what do you think about this? You like this? This is the first time we're seeing computer vision in apparel, really.
Yeah, I love this. I think it's amazing. What I was wondering, I'm like, does the American Eagle customer even appreciate what is being given to them right now?
I know, right?
Like, I don't think that they do, but I think...
Or the store associate, too.
Or the store associates, but I love it so much. I mean, you talked about it in the headline... But, like, this could start to eliminate this in conjunction with, they also talked about, Dan also mentioned this article, their upgrade to their point of sale system, too.
Yep.
So I think this kind of takes you through the store, American Eagle. You're looking for that pair of jeans in that one size that you can't find anywhere. It's like Black Friday. I mean, now your associates are able to not only locate exactly where that item is, but now they can check me out right there, too. Like, I don't have to wait in your dreaded cash wrap apparel line. Like, that could be gone with this, especially as it continues to evolve. So, and we got to give a special shout out to JP too.
Yeah, that was gonna be my point. Yeah, JP Camel, friend of the show, who we were going back and forth with him on LinkedIn Messenger for like all day on, I think it was like Tuesday.
Yeah.
And he was just sending out all this laundry list of really great ideas around this and where it could go. But the points he was bringing up really around the operational efficiency first and foremost, because that's what this is about right now. It's about knowing where the inventory is in store, being able to help employees be more efficient, being able to route and pick and pack better, both from the sales floor and also the back room's an important part of this too, which those apparel back rooms, I mean, they're just every man for himself back there. Yeah. But now you can know where things are with greater accuracy, and that's going to help things. But I think your point, and we kind of we met the CEO, Spencer Hewitt, a couple years ago, and he was talking to us about this idea of combining RFID with computer vision, which, it should be noted, is something Amazon has not debuted publicly yet either.
Correct.
And has gone in a completely different direction with their Amazon style store. That operation works very differently than a traditional retail operation. But the cool thing about it was when we were talking, we could be like, oh my God, you can see how this would work in, to your point, the Just Walk Out experience in an apparel store. This could come to life if they're able to work out the financials of how this can be implemented in a way that the retailers can afford it. And it sounds like from JP that that's indeed the case.
Yeah, and just how big of a store this can, I mean, this is a pilot, so let's see too how that starts to expand when you get into, the 3-story flagship apparel stores that I saw on Market in San Francisco this week. Like,
now you got me really geeking out, because then you start talking 10, 15 years, you start taking like this combinatory approach of the grocery experience of a Just Walk Out with the RFID computer vision experience in home and apparel and a mass merchant. Then you got a full walkout at Walmart or a Target. Like, oh my God, slow me down, Ed.
Oh my God.
Slow me down. I get too excited.
That would be amazing. We need Target to start investing in that kind of stuff, though, before you're going to see that in Target.
Right.
So.
But Walmart will do it.
Walmart
will do it. But hey, I mean, it shows you why computer vision is still probably the single most important technology that's going to impact retail here
100%.
over the next 10 to 15 years.
100%. All right, let's go to headline number 3. Ikea US announced the launch of AsIs Online, a service that allows Ikea family members to browse and reserve gently used products online to pick up and purchase in store. According to an Ikea press release, here's what that means, Chris. For the first time ever, Ikea US customers nationwide can shop AsIs products in their local stores from the comfort of their own homes. Shop Ikea, don't have to be in Ikea. Might be the greatest sentence that we've said on this show.
That's true. That is kind of my definition of heaven.
Yes. So through this service, Ikea hopes that customers will be able to lower their environmental impact by giving discontinued and gently used items a second chance and a second home. In addition, in celebration of Earth Day, Ikea will be offering 25% off all AsIs items on April 22nd and 23rd, and also plans to expand the buyback and resale service, which we have previously covered on OmniTalk, to more stores throughout the U.S., including Jacksonville, Las Vegas, New Haven, and Orlando, among others. Chris.
Yes.
What do you think of this news all the way from Conshohocken?
Conshohocken, yeah, right? It started there? That's right.
It did.
Good recall. First off, I just want to make a comment. I got an email from somebody yesterday that said their office is closed in observance of Earth Day. That was the first time I'd ever seen that.
Were they at Patagonia?
No, it was like
REI?
It was a robotics warehousing startup. Who shall remain nameless, but I thought that was interesting. So anyway, just throwing it out there. back to the headline. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this on a lot of levels. I think this is like a podcast where I'm going to like almost every story this week. I don't know what's wrong with me. But
probably because you were very heavily influenced in the selection of this. Chris took on a lot while I was gone.
Yeah.
And so there was
right. It's all the stories I like.
Not a lot of debate happening about which stories made this. So Chris is going to love a lot of them.
Right. Although usually I pick some stuff I hate or that I want to poo-poo too. But yeah, I mean, I like it on a lot of levels. So you got sustainability for sure. You can't. You got to like that, which isn't talked about enough still. We made that point, put an article in Forbes about that, challenging Amazon on the sustainability front this week, if you guys want to check that out as well.
Yeah, that was good.
But I also like it for expanding IKEA's reach. What is the one thing that people sell a ton of, Ann? It's old IKEA furniture. So why wouldn't IKEA want to take a cut of that activity? And it appears to be working. I mean, you brought up the point about Conshohocken, but IKEA has moved on all these pilots really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I looked it up. The buyback and resale program, which started in Conshohocken, that started in September of 2021.
Right.
Okay, and then it went national in April of 2022, so just a year ago. So all this is happening within the span of a year and a half, that they're now going nationwide with the buyback and then the resale of those items as well. So that tells me when retailers move this quickly, the common theme, listeners, when retailers move this quickly, it tells you things are working. And that's a good litmus test for if something's working or if something's just being talked about in the media.
Right. And I have to imagine that, you ran stores, Chris, they have a huge floor pad of wasted space dedicated, essentially wasted. It's all treasure hunt as is at the end. This is moving that inventory and not forcing them to take up all that space with all that stuff that's just sitting there, returned things or, as is items. For me, I think the biggest important part about this is that it's driving customers to your store. It's increasing basket size.
Probably new customers, too.
New customers. It's doing all of the things that, IKEA wasn't doing before that. And I think that for me, it's a great example of how technology is implemented into this resale repurchase funnel and how tech is going to catapult this resale business that's just kind of starting to bubble up. Noelle Sadler, so the CMO of ThredUp, just posted yesterday. They just put out a report, ThredUp did, about how this resale business is going to continue to boom, and it's because of technology getting involved. That resale business would not be as big if it was still hunting and pecking and racing and fighting somebody to lay on that couch so that you can get it before they can get it when the doors open at 10 a.m. That's not something that everybody wants to participate in. But like you said, having my cup of coffee, seeing that couch that I can purchase, it's giving me a reason to come back there time and time again, every day now. If I'm looking for a piece of furniture, I'm coming to IKEA every day. And while I might not find that thing I'm looking for, I'm adding a $2 or $3 or $10 or $25 item more often than I probably would have otherwise. So I think there's so much benefit to this.
No, your point about traffic's dead right, Ann.
Yeah.
Because you're getting the customer that's now returning the furniture.
Right.
Which could then get you to purchase more from IKEA. And then you're getting the new customer that wants to shop the discounted furniture too, as opposed to the full price furniture.
Right.
So it's great. Operationally, though, this thing's got to be a nightmare to figure out. There's so many dynamics to this in terms of taking in the returns, figuring out what works, what doesn't, is good for resale, what isn't, getting it resold, getting it on the floor, getting it on the website. Holy crap, I can't believe they figured this all out in a year and a half. It is fairly complicated when you get down to it.
Yeah, it is. I think that there's practices in place that have been working for a long time with thrifting that have figured out, there's a process in place. It's not foreign. Plus, I think this goes back to, again, what I was saying about the technology component. IKEA already has all of that information. They put in a product number. Right. They've got product images. They've already got a better shopping experience. Yes, they probably need to take a couple of photos there, but they could easily put that on the customer too. Snap photos while you're in line. I could see that happening so that you have this emotion.
It's a great point that they already have all the product data already available to them. That's
all
awesome.
The specs, everything.
Yeah. All right, Ann, before we get to headline number 4, a couple of promotional shout outs here. Did you notice this hat I'm wearing today, Ann?
I did notice
this is the Irish skull cap from Branded Bills, which hails from my home state of Arizona. We were trying to get it to happen for St. Patrick's Day, but it didn't arrive in time, so now I'm wearing it here.
I knew you had some connection to this company from your past.
Yeah.
So Branded Bills.
Yeah, so shout out to them for providing my headwear for today's podcast. Always a word I like to say, headwear.
Yes.
But Ann, this is also the portion of the show where we tell our loyal listeners where we're headed this summer.
Oh, heck yeah.
And you can join Ann and me at the CommerceNext Ecommerce Growth Show on June 20th and 21st in New York City. We'll be live streaming from the show. Mm-hmm. Yes, we will. We still got to coordinate that. But yes, we'll be live streaming from the show. And there will also be over 120 industry-leading speakers across more than 50 sessions. Scaled retailers and brands also get, you heard it here first, free admission. Just go to commercenext.com/conference and use VIP code FAST5 to register for your complimentary ticket today. You can also check out our link in the show notes to learn more. All right, Ann, headline number 4. According to Chain Store Age, what is likely for an unprecedented third time in this OmniTalk Retail Fast 5 podcast. Yeah, they kill it, though. Kohls is full on launching a digital marketplace. Following what Kohls calls a successful pilot, questions about that, Kohls Corp is officially rolling out and expanding its new marketplace platform, known as what else, Ann? Kohls Marketplace.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah. You know exactly what you're getting into, right?
No surprises.
It's like Kohl's Cash,
no surprises. Like every other marketplace in existence, the platform offers a curated online assortment of new brands via Kohls.com. The products are all shipped directly from third-party sellers. And if you were Kohls, would you be doing this? We might disagree on this one, actually.
Yeah, I think I would.
Okay.
I mean, what do you have to lose here? I think that it's worth the experiment of seeing whether or not you can get more Kohls customers onto your website looking for things like, if I'm not carrying those SKUs as Kohls directly anymore because my merchandising strategy is here and there and everywhere, I mean, now you might be able to still give those products back. They're smartly, I mean, I was impressed that they're like, look, you can use Kohl's Cash on this marketplace, which you can't do at a lot of other places. You can, apply you get credits for using your Kohl's card. Like, they're tying it into the ecosystem really well. So I think they're taking the right approach to this. And worst case is, you return the item to Kohl's stores and they saw a 24% lift from Amazon returns happening in store. Like, you can return these to stores and maybe you'll buy something on your way out with a $5 coupon that you get for returning something from the marketplace. So
right. Although the age-old question, it's funny you bring that up because the age-old question that I know Kohl's is not prepared for is where to put these items when they come back.
Oh,
because
God,
there's
no
place
Chris.
on their sales floor for them.
No, don't worry about it. But they've got the bins. The process is already there. It's just like sending stuff back to Amazon. They just got bins. There's going to be now twice as many people in line.
You know what they should do? You know how they have the curbside, the buy online, pick up in store, where they just go and you pick it up out of the shelving or whatever. Oh, yeah. And it's like, sounds like it's a total disaster. They should just put this there like as a free gift. Like, hey, you came in, you didn't know you wanted this loofah with your order, but hey, there it is. An
air fryer.
Yeah, right?
Surprise.
Why not? All right, I actually would like this for a couple reasons, Ann. Okay. I agree with you. I'm surprised I'm kind of surprised on this one, but and I thought really long and hard about this, but, I would say this, even though everyone has a marketplace now, Target, Walmart, Macy's, everyone, it's getting to the point where now if you don't have one, you're going to lose traffic.
Right.
And that's a real thing. So you got to consider that. And the other point I would make is, and we've talked about this point I think is interesting too. We've talked about how Amazon's the virtual mall. And that's why places like Gap and others should start looking at putting their products on their website. Mm-hmm. And so as more and more partnerships also start to develop, and we've seen strange bedfellows start to emerge across all these organizations now, I think this gives you more ability to play up like the shop-in-shop concepts inside these stores in new ways, and it opens up a foundational backbone to move on those ideas more quickly. Sure. So like, you got a third-party seller on your site. Okay, let's bring them in as a third-party seller in the store. We don't have to worry about like Kohl's being the seller. Who's that? Gives you the ability to move much more quickly, much more locally if you take this approach. So I net like it for that reason as well.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call out. I mean, you have all of the information about what products are doing well in what stores and could help inform the merchandising teams at Kohl's then to, maybe rethink some of the assortment based around what they're seeing being purchased in that marketplace. So I think that's a great point.
Yeah, could you expand your Sephora assortment? Could you go after an Apple relationship? Could you go after an expanded Nike assortment? Could you go after expanded Under Armour assortment too? Like that, it gives you the ability to do all those things. So that's why I like it.
All right, Chris, we agree yet again.
Wow.
Let's go on to headline number 5. Walmart.
It's a fun story.
Is jumping on the pickleball craze. I'm so surprised that you like this story because you hate pickleball and you refuse to play. You don't want anything to do with it, and yet here it was. I was like, is this right?
Well, and
did he mean to have put this in the lightning round?
No, I know. To be honest, and and to show you how the sausage is made. When Anne's not here, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for this fifth headline, folks. Like, legitimately scraping the bottom of the barrel. But I thought there was some interesting points with this.
All right, well, let's get to it. According to Marketing Daily, Walmart is teaming up with Break the Love to introduce more people to the sport of pickleball. Break the Love is a digital platform that gives users access to court reservations, instructional resources, and purchasing gear. And the collaboration aims to give away 125,000 reservations for Walmart customers and associates. Mike and Linda Mazinga are on this
I know.
wired on
Lots of
rice
people
right
are.
now. Chris, what are your thoughts here? I mean, obviously you love it, but why?
Well, first of all, I can't get Hanson out of my head right now. Break the love. It's not enough. Remember that song, Where's the Love? Anyway.
No.
You don't remember that? Oh, I was hoping you'd sing with me, but I guess.
Break the Love.
I guess, well, it was Where's the Love. That was their song. Where's the love? It's not enough. It
Oh my
goes
God.
round and round and round.
No, I got to play that again.
My
Either
God.
your singing is just that bad that I can't even pick up
that bad
one
enough, too. I
note.
was hoping you'd come, do a
Shoot,
signature
I wanna
Omni Talk sing-along,
I want to
Ann.
support that. I do,
know.
but I just don't. I can't think of it right
It's
now.
fine.
So
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
All right, back to the headline again. All right, well, you'll look it up, and it'll provide you a lot of nostalgia later on today.
Yes.
I don't know why, Ann, like I said before, but I really like this. For the reasons we talked about a lot in the show, I think it keeps Walmart at the center of its communities with a sport that seems to be insanely popular. Like, I can't get John McEnroe and Andre Agassi out of my feed right now. Their little, like, pickleball match that they had in,
sure.
their old age. It's just crazy. So, like, there's a trend here.
Yes.
Like, ridiculously so. But,
Yes.
But there's one more thing I love about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of expect more, pay less. I would have expected this type of relationship or this type of partnership from Target and not Walmart. So I think good move to William White, our former colleague at Target, now the chief marketing officer at Walmart.
Yep.
So I think you could say on the expect more, pay less side here, 15 love Walmart Target.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's not how you keep track of score in pickleball, just so you know.
Oh, it's not? It's not? Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
it's Break the Love they started as a racket sport. So that's why I love.
I've never played pickleball in my life.
I know. It's you played of 11. It's very.
Oh, really?
We're going to get more comments about pickleball rules and regulations on this podcast than we are about anything retail related. But
So there's no love at all? It's just that's why it's called Break the Love?
Break the Love, no. Break the Love there's a long story about the naming of that.
All right, we won't go
It started
into
in
that.
racket sport.
All right.
This headline's getting way off the rails. But
It's all right. We got time.
I really like this headline too. I totally agreed with you. Like this and the first story that we were talking about this week. I think it's like Walmart is starting
Walmart's killing
to
it.
like. I think what I appreciate the most about this is Walmart is departing with the first story and with this story from just being about the price-driven focus.
Yep.
Like, it's not enough anymore for Walmart to just be like, we're just going to be the cheapest. We're going to be it. That's a
Goes a long
major
way.
selling
Yeah.
point. But I think that why can't Walmart start to expand and targetify itself and like get some of the brand love back? And they're doing that smartly. The first story with, shoppable video, and in this story with getting into the communities. I think the other thing that you have to know, because I know you don't play pickleball, I dabble, but it's impossible to get courts
Yeah, it is. I did know that.
if you are not a member
Yeah.
of a fancy racket club
Right.
or Lifetime or like sports kind of club, and all of the
Great
like
point.
rec centers or like the converted tennis courts that are in the parks that are free for people to use for the sport. There's like crazy lines just to like get there. So the fact that they're opening this up to 125,000 reservations to people is like it's a really big deal. It's something cool that they're doing, which follows their slogan of save money, live better.
Live better,
So I
yeah.
think that they are really hitting on this. Walmart, keep going. William White, excellent job. It doesn't have to just be about the deals. And last point, I think this could be something that is going to, again, draw people in, like my parents who don't shop at Walmart currently. But if they can get if they and their friends can get a court reserved, and maybe they'd join Walmart Plus. Maybe they'd start to think about moving their Costco membership over to Sam's Club. Like, I think there's some opportunities to get new people into the brand with this. So I'm a huge fan.
That is a great point. The Walmart Plus drop's a great point.
I mean, why not?
You know what's funny too, Ann? I got interviewed by the Star Tribune reporter this week on Target again.
Yeah.
And Target's out there just pumping own brands again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that story's so tired and old, you know? And so, like, it makes me, I don't know. I'm feeling like there's some momentum here behind Walmart right now. There really is. All right, let's do the lightning round.
All right, Chris. I just got back from San Francisco, the land where almost every payment is contactless. It was amazing.
Was it really?
Oh God, yes. So
Wow.
I mean, you can contribute to homeless people on the street using contactless payment. Like, it's incredible. But I just got back. There was a Whole Foods in the neighborhood that I was staying in. Palm payment. I used that multiple times. Saved my life, especially because I forgot my wallet because I was coming from yoga. Which one of your old San Francisco haunts do you wish had contactless payment back in the day?
Oh, great question. There's no question to this, Ann.
Yeah.
Dirty Nellies bar in this outer Sunset. I think it's still there. I haven't been there in like 20 years, but I was talking to somebody about it recently. If I could have just waved my palm circa 2001 and said Coors Banquet beer, please. Oh my God, that would have been life-changing.
That would have been amazing.
It could have increased my Coors Banquet beer consumption by 30%.
And you never would have left your credit card anywhere.
Right. Although I don't know that increasing my consumption would have been actually physically possible. All right, Domino's ex-CEO bought almost $4,000 of pizza in 2021, all of which the company reportedly paid for, according to Business Insider. If you were the CEO of a pizza company, would $4,000 be enough to cover your annual pizza tab? I actually did some math on this, but I'm curious what you think.
No, I know. I'm sure you did, because Chris hates that I love this pizza restaurant that's close to us. Their pizzas are not. Their one pizza could probably get you 4 Domino's pizzas. So it's a little bit more expensive. So no, $4,000 would not be enough to. I'm guessing you did the math though.
Well, actually, like that pizza's like $30, which is why I give you crap about it. A large pizza's like $30 when you include all the tip and everything. Yeah, debatable, but. That's like $2,000 if you order one of those a week. So this dude was chowing down on his pizza.
Yeah, but times 4. Like, one pizza is $30, and that's $2,000.
Right.
A Domino's pizza is like $7.
Yeah, I guess if you do 2 of those. Yeah, well, he might. Maybe it's with who knows. All right, let's keep going.
All right, Chris, David's Bridal is adding hundreds of bridesmaid dresses under $100 to help provide bridal parties with a more affordable option than the current dress range. Chris, I want to know, what's the most money that you've ever spent on a friend's wedding? We're getting into wedding season here soon.
This is going to be a lame answer, but, guys get it so much easier on the wedding front. I mean, for me, probably, honestly, it was like $500 when you include the flight and the tuxedo rental. Like,
what?
Not very much,
The hotel? Like, you don't have to pay for any of these
hotel.
things?
Yeah, you're probably close to $1,000 maybe.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, guys get it so easy.
I feel bad for these people, like the bachelorette party, the, showers, the flying all over the place. Like, who do people think they are these days?
I know, right? It's kind of nuts. It is insane how much we spend on that stuff. All right, this may in fact, I know I say this a lot, but this may in fact be the greatest lightning round question in the history of the show.
Oh my God.
A loyal OmniTalk fan, Ann, recently blew our minds when he asked us if we were brother and sister.
I could not believe it.
Because of how much he thought we looked alike. So I ask you, Ann, from which of your parents does our resemblance come from the most? Your mother or your father?
I don't know. I was like, first of all, I was still taken aback when this person wrote this. I don't even think I've written them back because I was just like, what? What kind of crazy world? We've been asked if we're married before.
Yes, many times.
Many times. Never, which we are not.
No.
Never siblings.
Never siblings.
So the only thing I could conclude was it must be my Italian father
it's gotta be Italian.
and your Italian mother that are giving us some sort of things that resemble each other, but I don't see it.
I think it's the nose.
It's
the nose. Yeah, I think it's the nose. Loyal OmniTalk fans, let us know what our most.
Oh my God.
What feature we resemble the most, or which is our most resembling feature. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes.
Oh my God.
Because we are dying to know, because we can't figure out where this question came from, but we love it.
I think most people are like, that is not at all true. I don't understand where that person
I have no idea.
From.
It's crazy. Yeah, because my nose is, I'm looking at your nose, mine's significantly bigger than yours.
Maybe,
right
I was
now.
going to say, thanks a lot.
All right. Oh, God. Let's close this show up, man. What do you say?
All right, let's do it.
All right. That wraps us up. Happy birthday today to the ageless Paul Rudd.
Oh, yeah.
The scene-stealing Peyton List, and the man who has voiced the most characters in the history of Pixar, Mr. Cliff Clavin himself, John Ratzenberger. And remember, if you can only read or listen to one retail blog in the business, make it OmniTalk, the only retail media outlet run by 2 former executives from a current top 10 U.S. retailer. Our Fast 5 podcast is the quickest, fastest rundown of all the week's top news, and our twice-weekly newsletter tells you the top 5 things you need to know each day, and also features special content exclusive to us, and it's all just for you. And we try really hard to make it all fit within the preview pane of your inbox. You can sign up today at www.omnitalk.blog. Thanks as always for listening in. Please remember to like and leave us a review wherever you happen to listen to your podcast or on YouTube. And so until next week, on behalf of all of us at OmniTalk Retail, as always, be careful out there.
The OmniTalk Fast 5 is brought to you in association with the A&M Consumer and Retail Group. The A&M Consumer and Retail Group is a management consulting firm that tackles the most complex challenges and advances its clients, people, and communities toward their maximum potential. CRG brings the experience, tools, and operator-like pragmatism to help retailers and consumer products companies be on the right side of disruption. And Firework. Firework is the largest video commerce solution built for the world's leading brands. They empower brands with the shoppable and live stream video on their own websites where people like to shop. Put your commerce in motion with Firework. Find out more at firework.com. And SPS Commerce. SPS Commerce is redefining how businesses across the supply chain operate in an omnichannel world. Their experts, tech, and data work together to fuel your growth and deliver for your customers. To find out more, head to spscommerce.com. And finally, Sezzle. Sezzle is an innovative buy now, pay later solution that allows shoppers to split purchases into 4 interest-free payments over 6 weeks. To learn more, visit Sezzle.com.